There's a misunderstanding that quietly shapes a lot of Reiki practice. The idea that alignment should feel emotional, powerful, moving, cathartic. And in the beginning, that's often true. Emotion helps open the door. It signals change. It tells the nervous system something meaningful is happening. But over time, something shifts. And this is where many practitioners get confused. Because as alignment deepens, it often becomes less emotional, not more, calmer, cleaner, more neutral. And that can feel unsettling if you were taught to measure depth by intensity. True alignment doesn't need to convince you. It doesn't surge. It doesn't overwhelm. It doesn't demand reaction. It settles. When Reiki is working through maturity instead of novelty, emotion stops being the primary signal. Awareness takes over. You notice clarity instead of release, precision instead of overwhelm, right timing instead of emotional payoff. This is where some practitioners think they're losing something. They say, "I don't feel it the way I used to. It doesn't move me like before. I miss the emotional connection." But what's actually happening is stabilization. Emotion is volatile by nature. Alignment is not. Emotion fluctuates. Alignment holds. Reiki doesn't remove emotion because emotion is wrong. It quiets emotion when emotion is no longer the best teacher. This is especially important to understand because emotional intensity can be addictive. It feels validating. It feels meaningful. It feels like proof. But proof isn't the same as coherence. Mature alignment feels sober, not cold, not disconnected. Sober, you're less reactive, less dramatic, more responsive. You don't need to feel moved to know something is right. You know it because it fits. This is why some practitioners chase emotion and unknowingly move away from alignment. They mistake stimulation for depth. But Reiki doesn't mature by keeping you emotionally activated. It matures by integrating into how you think, choose, and act. If your practice feels calmer than it used to, less emotional, less charged, pause before you label that as loss. That calm may be alignment doing its real work. I talk about this shift and how emotional intensity can mask true alignment in my book, Return of the Prodigal Reiki Practitioners, the shadow side of the Reiki practice. This channel helps you recognize the change. The book helps you trust it instead of chasing what's already past. Alignment doesn't need to impress you, it needs to hold, and when emotion steps back, clarity finally has room to stay.